Sun up, slate's full, we already locked in. Matt and Jake on the mic, let the show begin. Score, starters, who's hot and who's not. Burning daylight sports, give it everything we got. First pitch energy, no time to sleep. 50 games on the board, the grind don't cease. Don't waste the daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver. Don't waste the daylight. Talk no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver.
All right, welcome back, Daylight Burners. This is BD Baseball for Friday, May 29th, 2026. Had a light schedule yesterday. Do the Tigers suck? Are we at the level where they just suck this year?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't say that to be antagonistic. It's just like, man, there's not much to say about him except Skubal left, or Skubal went on the IL, and they've just dropped off the face of the earth. And and even with Skubal coming back, like, man, it looks more and more like they're going to be trading him because I don't know, they're not completely out of it, but man, it's a long hill to climb to get back in it.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting to see what people offer for someone, coming off of surgery.
Yeah. Well, and there's always the trade rumors and the media speculation, but some of it's pretty apt, I'd say. And I was reading an article yesterday about how they were saying if Tigers are going to shop him, they should probably do it now, because the earlier you get it done, the bigger the potential haul's going to be for the Tigers. But like you said, he's still on the IL recovering from surgery, and it's elbow surgery, so I don't know. It's a tough spot. It's kind of like the worst case scenario for Detroit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's I don't know. RIP. I'm still a fan. I like watching them, but man, they're in a tough spot. They dropped 7-1 to the Angels. They dropped the series back on the Schneid, and hate to see it, but is what it is.
Flaherty did go 6 though.
Yeah,
it's a small bright spot there.
Yeah, he doesn't typically do that. So
gave up 3. I mean, it's a quality start.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fine performance by Flaherty. Honestly, 3 runs, 6 innings. That's the definition of a quality start. So. It's just Flaherty doesn't have a win on the year either, huh? Damn. Oof. I mean, win-loss record is what it is. That's it's kind of an irrelevant stat, but still,
it's rough.
That sucks. And I like Flaherty. He's you kind of know what you're getting with him, but that honestly is one of his better starts on the year. So. And the offense just can't, outside of that solo home run in the first, nothing doing. 3 hits on the day.
Yeah, that's really been the story of the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, is they just completely flat.
Yeah. Who was on the mound? So Grayson Rodriguez, who had been lit up, went 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 5 punch outs. The only run he gave up was a solo shot. So, if you got to get right against that guy and that team, and the fact that they couldn't is concerning. I would say. The White Sox stay hot They're 2 games up, 2 games over 500, just a couple of games back of the division, if I recall right. Davis Martin, another stellar performance. White Sox win 6-2. So Davis went at least 5, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 5 punch outs. Solid quality start for Davis Martin. So good. He's 8-1 on the year. That's they really respond well when he's on the mound.
Yeah. He's had a really nice year, and like you said, getting some run support.
Murakami 1 for 2 with an RBI, 2 walks and a punch out. He's hitting 242 on the year, which is for a slugger is pretty good. 947 OPS, fantastic. That dude's legit, it seems like. He's starting to put some like good swings on not home runs. You know, it's not just singles and home runs anymore.
Yeah. That was pretty much it for a while there.
Yeah, I think he was like right at 50-50. It was single, home run, or strikeout, pretty much. I guess he's walked a bunch. He's good plate discipline, but a lot of strikeouts. But he's lowered his strikeout numbers some. He still gets on base at a high clip, and now like the doubles and shit are starting to fall in. And dude's a dangerous guy. That was a one of the bigger surprise moves of the offseason, but man, it is paying off pretty well for the South Side.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams are kicking themselves for not bidding higher on him.
I think so. Should have took a closer look. Apparently, there was all the talk about how well that would his game would translate to the majors, and we're almost through May, and we can say pretty well so far. Braves, they got that ass in Boston yesterday. Acuña with a grand slam over the monster. Kissed his bat on his way to first. Dominant performance by the Braves. They're 38-19. No signs of slowing down there.
Yeah, so had a nice game.
Yep,
as expected.
Yep, he. I think he only went like 5, but it was a good 5. 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 8 punch outs. So Tolley had a pretty decent game himself. He only went 4 2/3, but 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 7 punch outs. Kid's got a 2.61 ERA on the year. It's kind of a bright spot for not much to talk about in Boston. But yeah, Braves are a wagon. That's not changing this season, I don't believe. Blue Jays squeak by the Orioles 2-1. That one, I bet that game as well, and that one kind of had me puckered there for a minute. It was a tie ball game going into the 8th. Hoffman with the win, Nunez with the loss. I forget who the starters were. Bassett. Bassett went 6, only gave up 1, struck out 2. A strong outing for Bassett and Patrick Corbin as well. He went 5 innings, only gave up a run, 4 punch outs, and a walk. His only run was a solo home run. So, like, pretty decent pitching matchup in Baltimore yesterday. But Jay is able to tack one on in the 8th, take the lead, win it 2.
They're clawing their way back to 500.
Yep. They're starting to play pretty good ball, and I still don't think they're gonna get back in the division race, but they're gonna be a bugaboo there in the wild card. Skenes had a pretty awesome start. Spoiled by the Cubbies. I think he went through. They got pulled in the 6th, maybe. Yeah, 5 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs. Only one of them earned. 10 punch outs, 3 walks. Colin Ray for the Cubs went 5 1/3 as well. Gave up 2, walked 3, struck out 5, gave up a home run. Yeah, this was like the classic Paul Skenes starts. He goes out and shoves and gets nothing out of his offense, and then the bullpen blows it up. Cubs now have won 2 straight. I was watching MLB Network, and they were talking about the strategy change against the Cubs, and they through March and April. They had their batters had faced breaking balls at a 32 and change percent, and now through the month of May so far they've increased that. Teams are throwing the breaking ball 37.2% of the time or something like that, which is they said is only a 10th off of the all-time record, which whenever they started tracking that stuff. And it appears to have been working because the Cubbies' offensive numbers dropped off the face of a cliff in May. It led to just a pretty forgettable month of May if you're a Cubs fan. But I won't let you forget it because fuck the Cubs. They sucked in May.
Yeah, kind of interesting strategy against them. I don't really know what to take away from it.
I don't know either because their batting average against the breaking ball was horrendous. But it's weird because usually it's those hanging breaking pitches that get hammered. So like you're sitting fastball most of the time because everybody's pumping 95 or better. It seems like, and but then if you got a nasty breaking ball, that's usually like your put away pitch for these power arms. And I don't know, they're getting them to chase a lot, and they've had success against it. So I wonder how long that keeps up. If we're gonna see 40% breaking balls thrown to the Cubbies through June, I don't know.
I mean, you'd think they'd adjust, but who knows?
You would think so. I don't know. I got the Cubs on my watch list for the June Swoon. We'll see if they continue their misery or if they're able to get back on track. I have a feeling they're gonna rattle off 5, 6, 8 in a row here pretty quick. Like they're pretty streaky like that.
Yeah, they've definitely done that so far this year. But I mean, they've shown they can put together some wins.
Yeah. When they're hot, there's not anybody in baseball that can beat them. It seems like, but then they just the magic runs out, and then they get real cold real quick. Astros pick another one up on the Rangers. Man, in this division, in the American League West, that's not a good sight. The Astros are coming on. The Rangers are struggling. Eric Getty with another fine outing. He's got a 1.34 ERA on the year. Hadn't been talked about much because there hadn't been much to talk about with the Astros, but he went 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 3 punch outs. His only run was a homer. Evaldi went 7. He gave up 5 though. 2 walks, 6 punch outs. Gave up 2 home runs. Let's see, Pena and Paredes both hitting. Looks like solo shots. No, Paredes was a 2-runner, and Pena has got hot here lately. He's only been back from the IL a little bit, but he's starting to put together a pretty good season.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it 1,000 times, but the Rangers really go with their pitching.
Yep.
They give up 5. It's unlikely that offense is going to keep pace.
No, it's and they didn't do much of anything yesterday. Evaldi's still at a 3.93 because he's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He's either just absolute nails or he gets touched up. I mean, he did go 7, but he gave up all 5, and but no help from the offense whatsoever. So, I think I'm less optimistic on the Rangers than I was earlier this month, and I'm kicking myself for saying it, but I think the Astros might be a problem going down the stretch.
Damn. I hate to see it.
I do too. And if it was I guess the Central's not much better. If it was in the National League, I don't think we'd be talking about the Astros much. But it's in the American League West where nobody has a winning record at the moment. So that division's wide the fuck open. And Astros have shown many times over the years that they're able to grab control of the division and keep it. So we'll see how that goes. I hate it. I don't like it a bit. Let me check on some transactions for today. See if we got any injuries or whatever. Twins making a slew of moves. Kendry Rojas to the 15-day IL with left elbow inflammation. That's not good. I don't know who Rojas is. I don't know much of anybody besides Buxton and Joe Ryan on the Twins.
Yeah,
that's who I know, and that's about it. Woods Richardson, I know that because he's got an interesting last name. He's pitched okay this year, hasn't he?
No.
Okay.
No, I think he's like an 80 ERA.
Okay. Well, he's got an interesting name, so that's what I sent Carlos Carrasco for assignment. Recalled Anthony Molina. Nothing. A lot of moves from the Twins. Yesterday, Braves put Garrett Whitlock on the IL. Drew Pomeranz coming back from the IL for the Angels. Albert Suarez elected free agency for the Orioles. Stephen Kwan's on the
Kenley Jansen.
Oh yeah, Kenley Jansen. That sucks. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Stephen Kwan's having a baby, I guess. He's on paternity list. Quintana for the Rockies has been moved from the 15-day IL to the 60-day list with a left elbow sprain. Good chance he doesn't come back this year, it sounded like. That sucks. They didn't. He was between him and Sagano for their best pitcher, which isn't particularly good, but grading on a curve for the Rockies and Coors, a fine pitcher. McCutchen got released.
McCutchen got released. That's rough. I don't want to see him go out like that.
I don't either. Go back to the Pirates, finish out there, be a platoon guy for the Buccos, and end up back in Pittsburgh. That's where I feel like McCutchen needs to go. He's one of those guys that I've never heard anybody talk bad about McCutchen. He's like the Ken Griffey Jr. of the era after Ken Griffey Jr. Just like everybody liked Kutch.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why hopefully he catches on somewhere.
I hope so too. hopefully it's with somebody who can make a run in the playoffs. Because I mean, I know he hasn't been very good this year, and he's getting old. But I don't know. That seems like a guy you want to have if you need a clutch hit somewhere, like that guy, or just good defense. I know he's older, but dude can still ball a little bit. So I hope he finds his way back to Pittsburgh, or at least somewhere where they can actually use him. Let's see. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of notables other than what we mentioned. We got some good series this weekend, and some interesting series that may have relevance later on, but may not, like the Padres Nationals I'm looking at. I don't expect the Nationals to keep up the pace they're on right now, but this could be a meaningful series down the stretch. Padres shuffling a little bit, and and the Nationals, if they could ever stop anybody from scoring more than 5 runs, they would be a real force.
Yeah, and Padres could use some wins right about now. So
yeah, they could. They're
try to keep pace of the division.
Yep. Especially with the D-backs coming on strong here lately. Twins Pirates. It's an interesting series, I guess. Meaningful, maybe. I don't know. The Pirates need to keep pace in the Central Division. And man, you hate to see your guy go out and pitch into the 6th, have 10 punch outs, and still get the L. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Is this it must be a 4-game set with between the Jays and the Orioles. They started yesterday, so Rogers on the mound. He has not been good this year.
No. It was supposed to help out the staff in Baltimore, but hasn't done so.
Has not done. He's been kind of bad, actually. Rangers the Angels at the Rays. Angels suck, but they can get you every now and then. Walbert Ureña's pretty promising young arm for the Angels. He's at a 2.58 ERA. He kind of had his way with the A's here the other day. So Nick Martinez,
he's having a great year.
Yeah, 1.51 ERA, 36 punch outs on the year, 4-1 record. That's a pretty good pitching matchup. And I don't know what the Rays. What is their record? They're 34-19, still atop the East. It's a dirty good team. They play a different style of ball than most, but they. I imagine they take care of business against the Angels. They had a kind of a rough series with the Orioles, but I imagine they get back on track. Marlins at the Mets. I got no interest. Freddie Peralta's on the mound. Max Myers had a pretty good year. I mean, decent pitching matchup, but I don't care about either of those teams.
No.
Red Sox, Guardians, kind of the same. Guardians are just keeping pace, staying ahead of everybody else in the Central. Cubs Cardinals, that's a great series. And Imanaga and Palante facing off. Imanaga's over a 4 ERA on the year. Bad Imanaga is bad, but when he's dealing, he's pretty tough to hit. Tigers White Sox. This last year was the get right series, and now, man, Melton's on the mound though. How do you feel about Melton?
I really like Melton. He came back this last week. Had a nice start. Yeah, if we got a shot, I think that's it for this weekend.
I think you guys don't have much to choose from. Like, is Montero still healthy?
Yeah.
For now, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Eric Fetty. Luckily, he's not been very good. So if your offense can wake up a little bit, could probably win this game.
That's a big if.
Yeah, it is. I'm rooting for him. I'll be watching this series though. Like I said, been saying all year, the White Sox are a fun team to watch. Some excitement. Do you think the Pope had anything to do with the White Sox success?
No.
I'm not a Catholic. I guess I was baptized Catholic as a baby, but I've never done any of the Catholic stuff. I do like Pope Leo, mostly for the fact that he's a Sox fan and not a Cubs fan. But
that's a big plus.
So I don't think he has anything to do with it, but I'm not counting it out. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold that he had anything to do with it, but I'm not counting it out. Royals at the Rangers. That's gross series. Fucking gross.
I want nothing to do with that series.
No, Mackenzie Gore's not been particularly good. Stephen Kolek's been pretty good for the Royals, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was 3 shutouts in this series and nobody scores more than 2 runs in a game. This just looks like a miserable series. And not because of good pitching, it's just because of bad offense. I don't see that being a good series at all. I'm gonna bet the under probably every game this series. Brewers at the Astros. That's a pretty interesting series. Coleman Crow. I've never heard of this dude. Have you?
No.
And then Kaiwei Tang. He's been pretty good for the Astros. I hope the Brew Crew goes in and just rips Houston a new asshole.
Yeah, Astros have been coming on a little bit. Hopefully the Brewers calm them back down.
Just tamp that shit back down. Brewers look like a really good team. Like, we'll see how the postseason fares for them. It's never been good, but they look like a force in the National League Central, which in and of itself is a force this year. So, Giants at the Rockies. That's another snooze fest of a series. Rockies might be able to. They got Logan Webb going tonight. He's at over a 5 ERA. Not been his old self this year. Michael Lorenzen, 7.21.
He's posted over a 10 ERA at home this year.
Logan Webb or Lorenzen?
Lorenzen.
Yeah, Lorenzen. He sucks something fierce. So probably bet the over on that, even with Webb on the mound. But leave it to the Rockies to let the Giants get their wheels greased a little bit this weekend and maybe become halfway relevant. Probably not, but if anybody can do it for the Giants, it will be the Rockies.
Yeah, pretty much a boring series unless you're a fan of one of these teams.
Yep. Yankees coming into West Sacramento take on the A's. I hope this is a competitive series. Severino has not pitched well at Sacramento at all this year or last year. Rodon's been kind of whatever, but the Yankees.
He's only had a couple starts and he's been pretty shaky. So
yeah,
we'll see.
The A's bats need to get going. They didn't do much of anything against the Mariners. didn't do a whole lot in San Diego either. So let's hopefully at least the offense can get back on track. I'm not holding my breath on Severino just dealing tonight, but hopefully he can give us 6, maybe 7 innings and save the bullpen, because we're probably going to need them. And the bullpen hasn't been particularly good either. Hogan Harris and Joel Kuhnel have been pretty solid. I guess Medina's been pretty good, but yeah, the A's pitching is kind of gross at the moment. Hopefully they can keep it in the ballpark. Last time the Yankees were there, I thought Judge was gonna just knock down the entire left field wall with I think it was 114 off the bat. Sounded like a fucking gunshot when it hit the wall. I mean, just a laser beam right off the left field wall, and it's goddamn, that. It was like a comebacker hitting the pitcher's glove, except it was 390 feet out there.
Oof.
Yeah, it was crazy. So hopefully they can keep it in the ballpark. The Yankees got two of the top 10 in home runs at the moment. Yeah, so Judge was 17 and Rice was 16. Yeah, it'd be an interesting series. I'm not overly optimistic about it, but I hope they can keep it competitive. Even if they drop the series, if they can keep it close, that'll be decent news. But we need the D-backs to keep rolling hot here as they head up to Seattle, take on the Mariners. Zach Gallen and George Kirby. That's a pretty good matchup. What's Gallen's record been the last couple games? Game logs. So he went 5 1/3, gave up 3 last week at Colorado, or at home versus the Rockies. Giants, he went 6 innings, gave up 2, punched out 5, 4 2/3, gave up 4. Yeah, he's not been particularly good. But also the Mariners offense has not been particularly good either. So this could be a low scoring game. Could be Gallen could get lit up too. So
interesting series though for a couple teams looking to, Seattle's at the top of the West, but under 500, so they're trying to claw back.
Yeah, they're only half game up on the A's at the moment. So,
and Arizona's on a tear, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, Arizona's been incredibly hot here lately. Corbin Carroll has doubled up the rest of the leaderboard in triples for this year. He's got 8, and the closest behind him's got 4. So
he's fast,
so fast. And then Ketel Marte is like we were saying the other day, just been playing on God mode here the last couple of weeks. Last week he got NL Player of the Week. Was making a pretty good case for it this week as well. So I hope they can stay hot. I got nothing particular against the Mariners, but they can eat a bag of dicks this weekend. And then we got Phillies at the Dodgers. That's a great series. The Phillies been playing really good ball since Don Mattingly took over as manager. Zach Wheeler has been dealing. Wheeler dealer. He's at a 1.67 ERA, 4-0 record. Justin Robleski has been pretty solid as well. 3.07 ERA, 6-2 record. Kind of a heavyweight matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have said this, a few weeks ago, but Phillies have been coming on, and like you said, with Wheeler on the mound, you can do anything can happen. Yeah,
and the Dodgers catch a break and they don't have to face Sanchez, so they've got a decent chance to win the series, but they got to get through Wheeler, and I like to see him pitching well. He's been one of my favorite over the last couple of years. He's just a quiet professional and with just filthy stuff. So got some good series. I'll be paying attention. Phillies, Dodgers, A's, Yankees, obviously. And even if I wasn't rooting for the Doyer or the Tigers, I would be watching that series as well. Just that's a fun matchup. We'll see. It's in Chicago, so we'll see how your Tigers. What's the hitting environment in Chicago there?
I honestly, I don't really know.
I couldn't tell you. I know Wrigley can be excellent or shitty depending on how the wind is blowing. But I don't know anything about at Rate Field.
Yeah, I don't think of it as like either good or bad, so it's probably pretty neutral.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Fetty, I'll take a look at his recent last 7 games. He's 0-2 with a 6.48. Last 15, he's got a 5.47, 0-5. He's given up a lot of runs. 24 runs in his last 7. So,
well, hopefully they can get one tonight.
That'd be the one to. It seems like that'd be the one to do it. See it. What's their other pitching matchups? Valdez and Anthony Kay going tomorrow. How has Fromber been here lately?
Not as good as I'd hope.
I thought that was there's always the bullshit that follows Fromber, but from a pitching standpoint, I thought that was a solid pickup for Detroit, but it hasn't really worked out so well. No,
not really. But honestly, none of the pitchers have been doing that great this year. So
no, not really. Kaider Montero's got a 4.09 ERA, and he's been about your steadiest guy. It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, Vaz was hurt, but at least Kaider's been there all year.
Yeah, it's funny. It's one of those things in baseball. It's just like, well, at least he's gonna probably give you 5. He may get lit up, but at least he'll get you through 5. It seems like.
Yeah.
You got Sean Burke. I mean, it's a winnable series for Detroit if they can.
They just got hit.
Yeah, they can get some offense going. Like that. That's a winnable series. The White Sox are not particularly good, but they've been playing good ball here lately. They got some pieces on offense that are and that Davis Martin's been nails on the mound, but like overall, Tigers have.
We don't have to see them, so
yeah, exactly. But the Tigers have a more talented roster. They're just not really doing much of anything at the moment.
Yeah, that or they're hurt.
Yeah, exactly. So, is Javi coming back anytime soon, or is he back already?
No. He's had kind of a rough rehab. It seems like. He's not even running at full speed yet. So it could be a little bit for him. Gleyber Torres and Kerry Carpenter are doing rehab stints this weekend, so hopefully we'll see him back next week.
Yeah, that'll be Carpenter's got, like, when he hits, he's pretty dang good. And then Gleyber Torres, I'm sure he's been sorely missed there.
Definitely, and if nothing else, it kind of helps out our depth a little bit having him back.
Yeah, for sure. All right, before we get out of here for today, like I said earlier, I'm looking at the the June Swoon Watch List. I'm putting the Cubs on there. I'm kind of putting the A's on there. The way the pitching has been shaken out here lately. We made it through May without a complete disaster, and held the league lead or the division lead for most of the month. But they're on a three game losing streak, and they're 4-6 over their last 10. But on the bright note, nobody else in the West is very good either. So I'm also throwing the Rangers up there for the June Swoon.
Yeah, they're already starting on that.
Yeah. I think I'm going to put the Pirates on the June Swoon Watch List. I don't think I'm not going to say they will swoon, but I think of the teams in the Central, that'd be the one to watch, because it seems like the Reds have kind of turned it around a little bit. They're only at 500 over their last 10, but that was after like a 12-game losing streak. So
yeah, better than it was.
Yeah, so like that 500 is kind of a welcome sight for the Reds fans, because it was a big fat 0 for over a week. So that I think they're on the upswing a little bit. Cubs, we'll see, but they're 2-8 over their last 10, and just not been good through the month of May. The Padres be another one I put on that watch list, and
yeah, they're due for a little bit of a slump.
I think so, and you can't afford those in the same division as the Dodgers. And then the way the Diamondbacks have been playing, they're essentially they are tied with the Padres 4.5 games back. So just last week that was only a game and a half, and so Dodgers have really opened up a gap, and they're 8-2 over their last 10. So they're gonna be tough to catch. Like we said, Padres need some help. They need some depth.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's some trade talks, but they need a lot of help.
Well, and also, like, I don't know what else they have to trade. They gave up the farm to get Miller last season, and that came with Leo DeVries and 2 pretty solid young arms. One of them who we've already DFA'd. So.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I think they really blew their load last year, and it didn't work out for them in the end. And they started out hot, but now I've got a lot more questions about San Diego than I do answers.
Yeah, same.
Anybody you think gonna get hot that's kind of at the bottom of the divisions going forward? Tigers, I'm hoping.
Yeah, hopefully the Tigers. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, man, I don't know. I mean, Blue Jays are like coming on a little bit.
That's kind of
really at the bottom, but it seems like they're coming back around.
That's kind of all I got, because the Phillies are in second place, but they might as well be in last in the East, because they're 8.5 back of the Braves. So, like, I could see them staying hot. I think the Blue Jays could make a little bit of a push, but again, they're 8 games back of the division. So I don't know. I think those would be the only 2 that I think could maybe turn it around from the first 2 months of the season. I think that we're kind of starting to see who everybody is, and that pains me to say, because I just don't think the Tigers are very good this year, and I was hoping for a lot more out of them.
No, yeah, I agree. It's unfortunate, but hopefully they're at least a little bit more competitive.
I don't see how they won't be more, but I don't. They've been probably hit with the injury bug worse than anybody in the league, and it's not just some guy. It's fucking Skubal and Casey Mize and just big parts of the rotation and the lineup. So yeah, I don't know. I think anyway, that's kind of my watch list for the weekend. You got anything else you're tuning into? I guess we got Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Was that tomorrow night?
That's Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, 8:30 Eastern. That's gonna be a good game
in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Are the Spurs gonna win it?
I want them to. We'll see how the refs call it.
Yeah, I haven't watched a single game of that, but I've been following scores on that one in particular. Whoever wins the West is going to beat the Knicks, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it seems like. But New York's all excited. First time they've been in the finals for a hot minute, so
yeah, it's good for them. But it really is going to be one of these teams that's going to. Yeah, this is the series of the postseason.
Right. It feels like the Knicks making it feels like when McGregor gets trotted out to fight again and then gets gets blasted in the first round because he's washed up. He used to be good. That guy used to be the best fighter on the planet, but he hasn't been for quite some time. And that's kind of how I feel about the Eastern Conference in general in basketball. It seems like, okay, well they won the East, but there's like 5 teams out of the West that could beat them.
Yeah, I agree.
So then Abs are out of the Stanley Cup, so I don't particularly care. Was it Carolina and Vegas? So I don't know. I guess it's the hometown team now, but I just don't follow hockey enough to follow it that much. And the Abs are out, so I don't care. The Toy Story conspiracy was bullshit, turns out, this whole time. If you had any doubt,
I have no idea anything about that.
I hadn't heard anything about it till this year. I was doing some research and then it started popping up on my Instagram feed. So apparently, every time there was a new Toy Story movie released, the Abs had won the Stanley Cup, and So I don't know what the exact conspiracy theory was, but more just like a series of coincidences. But anyway, that's all done now. The Avs got swept 4-0 by the Golden Knights. So yeah, that whole thing's a farce. It's a farce. All right, I think that's all I got for us today. So have fun this weekend. My boy Mario from my Little League team got Most Improved Player of the Year last night at the banquet. Got himself a little 50cc kind of dirt bike looking thing. It's not a dirt. It's one of those. It's got like a wider seat and a wider, like a fat tire. Got a little Briggs and Stratton motor on it. Pretty cool prize. I guess somebody had donated it. I don't know who it was. They wanted to be anonymous, but the one condition was it had to go to a Most Improved Player in our age range. So good on Mario. He's a good kid. I'm glad to see it. So and let's hope the Tigers can get right on the south side. Hopefully the A's can turn things around. They've been headed in the wrong direction, and the Rockies, well, if they beat up on the Giants, I'll take it. If they don't, it's not a surprise. So, all right, let's get out of here. Move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Sun up, slates full, we already locked in. Matt and Jake on the mic, let the show begin. Score, starters, who's hot and who's not. Burning daylight sports, give it everything we got. First pitch energy, no time to sleep. 15 games on the board, the grind don't cease. Don't waste the data like it is already on. Burning daylight sports all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the dime and we gonna deliver. Don't waste the data like